guys, we are taking a walking tour of Georgetown today. We're at the corner of Potomac and Prospect. Just up this way is M Street. You can see the old Dean and DeLuca where they are putting in an Italian store. And straight up the other way is N Street where I have a listing. I'll take you by there in just a second. But for now, let's take a look down this way and check out the Exorcist steps. So these are the famous Exorcist steps, made famous by the movie, of course, connecting Prospect up here at the top, back down to M Street and Canal at the bottom. Nowadays, people just use them as a form of exercise. If you're going to run them, I don't recommend wedges. We are still on Prospect between 36th and 37th. Say hello to our Transformer friends. I think it's Blur and Bumblebee, although to be honest, I never saw the movies. We just huffed it and puffed it up the Exorcist steps. We walked across the street. I wanted to point out the Tombs restaurant. This is on the Georgetown campus. Students frequent this area. It's from the 1800s, the building, but I believe it was named after a mention in one of T.S. Eliot's poems, Bustopher Jones, The Cat About Town. So, now I'm no historian, but this would be the skinniest house in Georgetown. We're at the corner of N and 36. Up in the distance, you can see Georgetown University. There is a charter school right here, and we're going to take a walk right up N. So if you thought you missed out on the chicest, most sophisticated one-bedroom in Georgetown, you're in luck. It's still available. So you can DM me. And you guys, this is literally the best street in Georgetown. We just walked up from M Street and did a little circle around 34th, 36th, Prospect. Right up this way is Wisconsin. That's where we're heading next. So you really couldn't ask for a better location. Now we're at the corner of N Street and Wisconsin, right in front of Martin's, which is a Georgetown mainstay. Right behind you, you can see Georgetown Cafe, which is one of the cutest cafes around, but you're surrounded by them. Here's Foxtrot over here, and then if you look right up here, there's Pressed right here on the corner, and right up that way is where they host the Georgetown French Market, which I'm going to walk you by a few of my favorite restaurants, also Georgetown mainstays. You can hear a lot of construction noise across the street. These are brand new condos coming in. Peacock Cafe. This is a great brunch spot. Peacock. And right next door to the Peacock Cafe is Cafe Milano. This is a great hangout on a Friday or Saturday night. It's another of my favorite places on Prospect. This is Brasserie Liberté. It has such a pretty little courtyard out here. I come here on the weekends usually for brunch after paddle boarding down by the waterfront, and I'm going to take you there next. And as we come to the end of the block, this is a brand new addition, Van Leeuwen Ice Cream. You can bet that there is a line here once they open. So we've just come off of Prospect. Here you can see Tory Burch, Vineyard Vines, Ralph Lauren is right up here. If you pan around this way, you can see El Centro. This is another highly frequented restaurant on the weekends. Abercrombie is right here, and you'll see we're coming back up to M Street. On the corner, you'll see this gold dome. I think this building was maybe from 1921. It's the old Farmers and Mechanics branch. So it's just a landmark here in Georgetown. So we're at the corner of 34th and M Street. Right over here is the bridge that will take you into Roslyn, Arlington. And right down this way are just a ton of shops and restaurants. So this is really the hub of Georgetown.
Need to kick off, Mom.
All right, so we are still on M Street. I almost died on the scooter, so I will not be taking this. I wanted to point out the Cat Cafe, which is kind of a fun hangout. And lots of shops up this way, including one of my favorites, Haagen-Dazs. But we're gonna head down here and check out a few of my favorite Italian restaurants. Oh my God. So I wanted to point out a couple of great restaurants up here. Il Canale, Flavio, Piccolo is right up there, and then this is the C&O Canal right here. In the summertime, they do canal tours, so those are kind of fun to check out. And I love this hotel right here. This is one of my favorite hotels in Georgetown. This is the Rosewood. I actually had my birthday here a couple of years ago. They have a great bar downstairs. The rooms are spectacular. They have a great rooftop bar as well. We are at Georgetown waterfront area now. In the distance, you can see people boating and rowing. In the summertime, way at the other end, you can rent canoes and paddleboards. I'm going to take you there in a moment. You can see over here Kennedy Center. And then right behind me is another well-known Georgetown restaurant. This is Sequoia. Great outdoor dining. And there's actually a whole line of restaurants here that I'm going to take you through as we go down to... So here we are in front of the fountain. You've got Nick's Riverside Grill here. Tony and Joe's behind me. Farmers, Fishers, Bakers is right over here. In the summertime, all of the yachts will line up right on this waterfront here, blasting their music. It's just a big summertime party down here on the waterfront. This is Georgetown Waterfront Park. In the summertime, they do free Saturday yoga right here, so look for that. So this is the Key Bridge Boathouse. We are right under the Key Bridge right here. And this is one of the best places to spend your summer if you happen to be out here in Georgetown, because you can rent a kayak or a canoe or a paddleboard. But right up there was the boathouse. We've just come through, and this is the C&O trail. This is actually part of my running route on the weekends. We are at the upper end of Georgetown now, at the corner of Wisconsin and 33rd. Reservoir Street is up this way, and Canal Street. This is Book Hill Park, another landmark here in Georgetown. We're gonna walk right down here and have dinner at one of my favorite French restaurants, Loutis, but I'm gonna take you by some of the cutest little shops as we make our way. Book Hill Park, where we just came from. This whole part is lined with these adorable little antique shops. This is where the French market, the Georgetown French market, is hosted every spring. But look at how precious all of these things are in the windows here. You've got this adorable fountain inn right here next door. And then we've got this antique store here. It's just absolutely charming. We are standing right outside of Bacchus Wine Cellar. Let's go buy a bottle of wine. So pretty. Take your pick, guys. Red, white, sparkling, rosé. It's, what's it called? Grand Cru.
Yeah, so
The best. Is that really the best of the best?
yeah, so this is Premier Cru, so these are very, very good quality.
We got some wine.
So this is the Georgetown Lutheran Church. People who are walking by here will often stop to photograph the garden as they make their way down Wisconsin, which is where we're going. We are at one of my favorite restaurants in Georgetown. This is Lute's, and they were nice enough to accommodate us. We're going to have a great dinner tonight. Fresh focaccia. So I'm having the Parisian gnocchi, and it is phenomenal. Cheers, you guys. We are continuing down Wisconsin, but I wanted to point out Thomas Sweet, another Georgetown mainstay. Take a look at that line for some of the best ice cream you can get in town. So just another block down on Wisconsin and O, we've got a new addition. This is Maman. This is a New York Parisian style bakery, which is phenomenal. And across the street, Insomnia Cookies open until 2 a.m. The corner of Wisconsin and P Street. This is one of the most photographed streets in Georgetown. Take a look at these cobblestone streets. This adorable mural over here, and then this antique store, which has been here forever. If you find yourself here on a Friday or Saturday night and you want a great cocktail just past O and Wisconsin, 1338, this is the Donahue. Straight up this way, straight up Dumbarton is the Dumbarton House. If you find yourself here on a Sunday in the summertime, you can go to free Serenity Sunday yoga. And this is where we end our tour this evening on the Francis Scott Key Bridge connecting Roslyn in Arlington, Virginia. The skyscrapers behind me. Zeno Canal is down below. And right over here is Georgetown, Washington, D.C., where we started. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. It was fun.